So we've got through the busy January period and we're now heading towards February. Our first game is on Saturday against Charlton Athletic. Let's make some early predictions, look at the league table and see where we could be come the end of this time period. Obviously, it's getting to the busy part of the season now. We're nearly in the running, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel for all the content relating to Derby, football and Formula 1. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. So let's look at the league table now, and as we can see, Derby have played 29 games, collecting 56 points. They're just 3 points behind Portsmouth, 1 point behind Bolton, and as you can see, they're 4 points ahead of Barnsley and a further 3 points ahead of Stevenage and Oxford in 6th and 7th place. This is a massively important period for Derby. We play 6 games through the month of February and it's time that we start to deliver what we can and what we have done previously. We've struggled a bit in the month of January, but is there a turning point? I think February could be that point. So here are the opponents for the February period. We play Charlton Athletic twice away for the first game of the month this weekend. There'll be a preview video out on Thursday. And then we play them at home at the end of the month. We then, in between, we face Shrewsbury at home. They are 15th in the league. We face Exeter City away from home. They currently sit 14th. And then Stevenage and Barnsley, home and away respectively, who sit in the 2 places behind us in 5th and 6th. So it's going to be a difficult month, especially those 2 games with Stevenage and Barnsley. I think the 2 Charlton games are going to be real tone setters in my opinion. Let's now take a look into each individual fixture and then we'll predict the scores and have a guess about how many points we might pick up in this period. So we face Charlton Athletic at the weekend. The preview video will be out on Thursday, as I've previously mentioned. They currently sit 18th in the league table. I'm predicting a 2-0 win. We've just taken one of their best players in Corey Blackett-Taylor. He has signed with us on a 3-year contract and he will be available to play this weekend. I think it's going to be a tough game at Charlton, but it's time to put our poor form and poor run behind us, and it's time to go out there, pick up a clean sheet and pick up an easy, simple victory. Now, this is Derby County, so it's going to be anything but easy and simple, but I'm really hoping we can come away with a 2-0 win. Next up, we face Shrewsbury Town at home. I'm predicting a 3-2 victory, but it's going to be a game that doesn't go all our own way. I think we're going to struggle against this Shrewsbury Town side. I think we've just got a bit of a problem with some of those teams lower down. We sometimes struggle to break them down, but with the addition of Corey Blackett-Taylor and potential changes in the midfield afoot, I think this could be the turning point of our season. But we need to make sure we pick up 3 points at home, and I'm predicting that we beat 15th place Shrewsbury Town 3-2. Next up is Exeter City. Now, they currently sit 14th in the league table, and from my own memory, the one thing that reminds me of Exeter is frustration. I feel like every time we play them, I'm just frustrated. We just can't seem to get things going, and as a result of that, I'm predicting that we're going to lose 2-1. Now, obviously, I don't want us to lose, but you know when there's just a game that you see on the fixture list and you're just like, not again. It's one of them, and I think that Exeter City will do a number on us. I think it's going to be a difficult game from start to finish. I think all the games are in this league, but it's time for Derby County to try and step up. Now, I am predicting a 2-0 loss, but if we don't lose this game, that would be absolutely magnificent for the rest of the season. Next up is Stevenage. Now, this is a very, very important game for our season, really. They currently sit in 6th place. We face them at home. Now, I'm predicting a 0-0 draw because we can't lose to those teams around us. I think it's going to be a very difficult game. Steve Evans has done magnificent with Stevenage so far this campaign and the previous one, getting them promoted and now in a battle for the playoffs in the league above. He's done really well with recruitment and really well with the squad of players that he has. I'm predicting that it's going to finish a 0-0 draw. I think this game could be massive when it comes to the end of the season. Now, away at Barnsley, last season we got battered. I think we lost 4-1, but I think it's time to seek revenge on Barnsley at their own place. We beat them, I believe it was 3-0 at home earlier this season with James Collins bagging a double. They currently sit 5th in the table. I believe they're 4 points behind us at this current moment in time. So picking up a win against what are playoff promotion rivals is going to be absolutely key to our season. And I think we can do that away at Barnsley. And finally, Charlton Athletic at home. Now, I predicted earlier in the month that we would beat them 2-0 away. But this time, I think we're going to draw 1-1 with them. They've brought in a whole host of new players, and I think that's going to benefit us coming into the game at the weekend. But I think it's what could be our downfall coming to the end of the month. I think once those players find fitness and are match sharp and understand the needs and wants at Charlton, I think that they'll start to pick up some really good results, and hopefully they can help us in our battle for promotion by beating those teams around us. But I'm predicting for this game a 1-1 draw against 18th place Charlton Athletic at home in the final game of February. So there we have it. That is my predictions for the month of February, all 6 games that we do play. I want you to let me know down in the comments what you think the results are going to be. Do you think Derby are going to be able to pick up the same amount of points as I have predicted? Obviously, I've predicted that Derby will pick up 11 points in this 6-game period. That's 11 out of 18. Obviously, just below the 2 points per game metric. And I think it's pivotal, really, that we try and stick as close to that as possible. I think this month is absolutely massive with our season. With only 17 games left to play, Derby have got to put a marker down and got to try and get themselves into the top 2, in my opinion. It's a difficult period, and the way it's going at the moment, I can see that race for automatic promotion coming right down to the wire. It could be it is a results-based business, and it's going to be completely based on how the teams do in the running. Obviously, the likes of Portsmouth have had their slip up. We've had a little bit of a slip recently. Bolton and Peterborough, they're due to have theirs. Bolton have had a bit of a struggle recently too. But can Derby keep up the pressure on the top 2? Are they going to be able to win enough games to get promoted? Let me know down in the comments. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button so you can stay all up to date with my latest content. I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.